So hello guys, this will be one experimental video. How accurate was NHL 15 simulating engine? We're gonna simulate NHL 2014 playoffs, which is the first playoff I watched really as a huge fan, because the other previous playoffs I was just I wasn't watching games. I just read in newspapers about how Tampa Bay was doing, which they were doing nothing because they didn't make the postseason in 2012 and 2013, and they made it for the first time in 3 years. And I was obsessed with that playoff, and that was the first playoff I really watched. They were swept because Bishop was injured, and but I think it was very great playoff season. I enjoyed it, especially LA Kings overcame against San Jose Sharks. So let's see how accurate was NHL 15, and it was NHL 15 system or engine. I know these aren't the NHL playoff 2014 current rosters, because this is NHL 15 and off-season moves and etc. everything, but I think the teams are not that many changed. So coaching options, I wanna just edit the best lines in every team. I'll do this and we will sim this and see how this system was accurate. So there it is, and the first game against Anaheim Ducks and Dallas Stars. Let's see. 2-0 after first. Belaski Maroon 3-2. Wow, overcame in second period. 3-3 Belaski, and 4-3 Ryan Getzlaff in overtime, and Anaheim won the first game. Like in the real life. Avalanche against Wild. This was a very exciting series. I remember that. Game 7. It was great. And Wild won the first game. Not like in the real life. Let's see. Penguins against Blue Jackets. 3-1 after first. Not the greatest start for the Jackets. 5-2 in first game for the Penguins. They're hugely favorite in this series. And Boston against the Red Wings. 0-0 after first. Nyquist and 4-1. So Red Wings won, and this is the end of the first day. Let's see the most series I'm interested in, against Sharks and Kings. 0-0 after first. 2-0 Marlo Burns. And that's all. 2-0 San Jose won first game like in real life. Let's see if they will blow. 3-0 lead. St. Louis against Chicago. 3-1 after first. 4-4. Wow, so they overcame them. 5-5. Oh, look at this. Kruger tied the game with 20 seconds left, and what's in overtime? 6-5. Patrick Kane. So that's heartbreaking news for Blues. And the Rangers against Flyers. Vinny Lecavalier, former Lightning captain, scored, and they won 2-1. That's sad. I don't like Flyers. Sorry, Flyers fans. And my Tampa Bay Lightning against Montreal Canadiens. We know how it happened in real life. But let's see. Richard Panik, what a sniper. 2-0 after 2. And he didn't get hat-trick, but Tampa won the first game, and I think Tampa would have won that series if Bishop wasn't injured. That's my opinion. But let's go for game number 2 again in Anaheim. 2-0 Beverly Russell, 4-0, and Dallas ties this series 1-1, and we are going to Dallas even. Avalanche against Wild. Vanek Spurgeon, 5-0, and that's terrible start for the Avalanche. So they lost first 2 games, and let's see, Penguins against Columbus Blue Jackets. In real life, the Jackets recorded their first ever win in playoffs in game 2 against Pittsburgh, and we'll see. Foligno tied the game, and Anisimov scored overtime goal. So like in the real life, just different score. Jackets won this one. And Bruins against Red Wings. Let's see. Söderberg 1-0 after 40 minutes. Oh, and Zetterberg with Datsuk scored 2 goals in last period, and Detroit won the game number 2. And day number 4, San Jose against Los Angeles, 2-2 after first. Oh wow, Kings were leading 2-0 in first 10 minutes, but within 1 minute they allowed 2 goals and they lost. So 2-0 for San Jose, but it still means nothing. We saw that in real life, and let's see. Blues against Blackhawks, 1-0. Paul Stastny, 3-0. Stastny gets his second, Becker scored third, and Bickle with Morin just lowered the damage. But 3-2 win for Blues, series tied. Rangers against Flyers. Flyers won the first game, 1-1 after 2. And we are going to overtime, and Zuccarello scored, so Rangers ties the series. And second matchup against Lightning and Maple Leafs. Let's see. Oh wow, 3-1 after first. But look at this, what a sniper panic, his third goal in these playoffs. Then Phil Pula tied the game, and Stamkos sent Lightning to the lead, and they won this game. So Canadians can blame themselves. This was terrible for them. And game number 3 in Dallas. This was their first playoff game in 6 years, I guess. And Ben scored 3-1, and the Dallas Stars fans are pretty happy because they won 4-2 and they are leading 2-1 in this series. Let's see, game in Minnesota against Avalanche, 2-1 after first, 3-1, and they won 6-4, so McKinnon made it 4-1, but they tied the game. But Eric Johnson scored with 2 minutes left, and empty netter by Nick Holden, so all for nothing for Wild. And game in Columbus. Let's see, 2-1 after first, Wisniewski in Hartnell, 2-1 after 2, and 4-2, so they are leading. For the first time in their franchise history, they are leading in playoffs. Wow. And let's see, game in Detroit. Detroit is leading 2-0. Got allowed 3 goals in first period, but tied the game by Nyquist and Miller, and Lucic scores the 4th goal for Bruins, and they won their first game in these playoffs. And game number 2. This day is over, and let's see, Kings against Sharks, 3-1 after first, wow, 4-3 after 2, 6-3 Gaborik with hat-trick, I guess. I think, yes, he has hat-trick, so I'm happy for you, Maiko. and so they are not losing 3-0 like they did in real life. And let's see, game in Chicago. 1-0, Postesny. 3-1, Peke Sobotka, Jalmarsson and Keith scored for Chicago, but it's for nothing because St. Louis won this game and they are leading 2-1 in the series. Let's see, Flyers against Rangers, game number 3. This is probably the most tied series from all. 2-0, 4-0, so Rangers won this game. And the last matchup in Montreal, 1-0, Galchenyuk, no longer in their squad. 2-2 after 2, and we are going to the overtime, and JT Brown scores, and that's 3-0 for Lightning. Game number 4. Let's see, will they tie or they are going to have a very hard time after this game. Let's see. 3-0 after first 3 goals in 4 minutes. Wow. And I won this game, so the series is tied and we're going to Anaheim. Only visitor teams have been winning in this series, and it's no longer accurate because Wild have won this game and they are leading 3-1. Let's see, Columbus Blue Jackets against Pittsburgh Penguins. Marcel Goc, wow, and 4-1 win against them, so the series is tied 2-2. And let's see the matchup between Boston and Detroit Red Wings. 1-0, Milan Lucic, 2-1. Oh, but they allowed 3 goals in last period, and I think Jurčo has a hat-trick. And there it is, another Slovak with hat-trick, and Tomáš Jurčo. That's a little bit surprising, but way to go. Way to go. And look at this. So game number 4, LA Kings against San Jose Sharks. Shepard, wow, Shepard, his second goal, and it's 3-1, and they are leading with the same result, 3-1. Wow. Blackhawks against Blues. 2-3 in first. 3-3, Pietrangelo tied the game, but it's 6-3. Wow. What a game this was. And I think Hossel has 3 points, so Slovaks are on fire in this series, in these playoffs. Flyers against Rangers, 1-1 after first, 2-1 Shane, and 3-1 for Flyers. The series is tied, like in the real life. The series is very, very close. And if the Tampa will win, the series is over, but Saben and Weaver are just saving the Canadians. But Stamkos tied the game, and first overtime we didn't see a goal. Second, Garrison scores and it's over. Lightning won 4-0, and I'm happy for them, they are moving to the second round. Game number 5. So let's see who's gonna get that third win. 1-1 after first. 2-1 Jamie Benn, wow. 3-1 Tyler Seguin, and Dallas is leading 3-2 in this playoff series. It's not very good for Ducks. And let's see, Minnesota can eliminate Colorado in this game, but Breeze played very great in the first 2 periods and they won 5-3, so they were leading 3-0. Duchesne scored and cut the lead, 1-3. Pat Koivu regains the 3-goal lead, Duchesne cut the lead, Vanek regains the 3-goal lead, and Duchesne scored his 3rd goal of this game. I may say wrong, but it doesn't matter, okay? Another hat-trick, so why there is so many hat-tricks? And let's see whether it will be Penguins or Blue Jackets. 0-0 after first, 0-0 after 2. Wow. 1-0 the Amigo, and they are leading, and Grice love that goal. That means Flaherty might be injured. Yes, he was. That's very unpleasant for them because Jackets are so close of second round. But let's see firstly if Boston is gonna save themselves or Detroit is going to the second round. But 4-1 win for Bruins, and they are still alive. Oh wow. San Jose against Los Angeles, 1-1 after first, 3-3 after 2, 4-4, and 5-4 Kopitar saves the Kings. They are still alive, 5-4. A very important win for them. And St. Louis Blues against Chicago, 2-0, Hossa Taves, 3-1, 4-4, look at this. They tie the game, but Morin regains the lead for the Blackhawks, but Sobotka with 66 seconds left ties the game, but it's for nothing because Taves scored in the overtime and Blackhawks are leading 3-2. Rangers against Flyers, the closest playoff series, and Rangers won this game, so they are leading 3-2. And okay, game number 6 in Dallas, as they are leading 3-2, they can make it to the second round, but Getzlaf scores. But Ikin and Ben scored for them, but Getzlaf again, the true captain, saved his team. But Ben scores in overtime, and Dallas Stars are moving to the second round of the playoffs, so not exactly how it was in the real life, but it doesn't matter. Benoit 1-0 for Avalanche, but Vanek ties the game, and it's 3-2, so Minnesota is going to the second round, like in the real life. And Columbus against Penguins, 0-0 after first, 0-0 after 2, 1-1. Game is in overtime, Hartnell scores, and that's unbelievable, folks. They are moving to the second round for the first time in their franchise history. No, not exactly how it was in real life, but very unpleasant situation for Penguins as they lost Marc-Andre Fleury, and that's probably cost them playoffs. Very unfortunate, but that's what happened to Tampa in real life. Red Wings against Bruins, 1-0 Bergeron, 1-0 after 2, 3-0, and we will see the game number 7. The Red Wings were leading 3-1, and it still wasn't enough. I think that's all for this day, and the game in LA, game 6, 1-1 after first, 2-1 Brown, 5-2, and LA Kings force the game 7, like in the real life. Blackhawks against Blues, 1-1 after first, 2-1 Keith, 3-1 Verstick, and it's like in real life, Blackhawks in 6. Rangers against Flyers, let's see. 1-0 Rignesh, 1-0 after 2, 3-0, and they are going to the second round of the playoffs, like in the real life. And I guess that's all for that day, so let's see, real life sim. Boston Bruins against Detroit Red Wings. Power play for Boston, didn't capitalize on it. 1-0 Dougie Hamilton, not on the Bruins roster anymore, but he scores. And it's 1-0 after first, a long power play for Bruins against Red Wings survived, and Nyquist strikes on their power play. Wow! The game is tied, and we're going to the third period with tied game. Very interesting. And it's 2-1. Brett the Red Marchand scores the second goal, and he scores insurance marker 3-1. And Bruins overcame 3-1 deficit and they are going to the second round of the playoffs. Wow. So let's have a look. Anaheim and Dallas 2-4. Dallas is moving. Game number 7 is still waiting in California and Derby. Minnesota beat Avalanche in 6. Either Chicago Blues. Pittsburgh surprisingly lost to Blue Jackets. Rangers overcame Flyers and they are going to the second round. Boston overcame Red Wings and Tampa in 4. So the game number 7. Jackets against Kings. And 1-0 Jeff Carter. That's not very good for San Jose Sharks. Very offensive hockey. But Pavelski, 18 seconds left, he ties the game. And that could be a huge difference maker for them. They are outshooting them. Sharks are clearly better team. But Quick is really great, and Marian Gaborik scores the second goal for the Kings. And it's not looking very good. But Nieto with 3 minutes left, he ties the game, and we are going to the overtime. They survived power play, but they didn't capitalize on it. Let's see, another power play for Sharks, nothing. Another one, and we are going to the second overtime, and Mike Brown scores. What a mustache! And the Sharks are going to the second round of the playoffs, but this one was very close, very exciting. And let's see. So Sharks against Stars, so not like it was in real life. Chicago against Minnesota, Rangers against Columbus, Boston against Tampa. So let's see game number 1. 1-0 Margant Edward Vlasic, 3-0 Demers Pavelski, and that's all. Great performance by Niemi, the future Stars player. Chicago against Minnesota Wild, 1-0 Patrick Sharp, 3-2 after 2. 3-3 tied the game by Brodziak, and Granlund into overtime snipes home for the Minnesota Wild. Wow. Rangers against Blue Jackets, 1-1 after first. 1-1 after 2. 3-1, wow, surprising win for the Blue Jackets. And Bruins against Lightning, 1-1 after first. 2-2. We are going to do overtime, and Caron scores, so first loss for the Lightning in this playoffs. And let's see, game number 2. 1-1 after first, 2-1, Stamkos with 2 goals and Stamkos with Hattie. So 4-2 for the Lightning, I'm very happy for them. Attaboy, Steven, 4 points in 1 game, nice. Sharks against Stars, 1-1 after first, second with 10 seconds left, 2-4, and another win for Sharks. Chicago Blackhawks against Minnesota Wild, 1-0 Patrick Sharp like in the first game, and 4-0 win for the Blackhawks. Well deserved, well deserved. Rangers against Blue Jackets, game number 2. They surprisingly lost in first game, Rangers, but they won in the second and they ties the series. Zero 0 after first in Columbus. They haven't been here and they lost with 25 seconds left, so that's very frustrating. That's very frustrating. Stars against San Jose Sharks, and it's 3-0 for Sharks, so that's very bad situation for the Stars. And Wild against Blackhawks, 1-0 Hossa, attaboy. 3-0 win for Blackhawks, and they are leading this series 2-1. And the game in Tampa, let's go Bolts. Eriksson scores his only goal after 40 minutes and 3-0. They just erased Tampa in this game, and I'm so sad for that, but there it is. Game number 4 gotta ties this series. Let's go, Rishko Panic. And I called for panic and he actually scores. Wow. And win 4-3, the series is tied. Interesting, very interesting. And Stars against Sharks. Will they survive? Adam Barish, 1-0 after 2. Severos ties the game, but Vlasic in the overtime snipes that one home, and Sharks are moving to the third round of the playoffs. Wild against Blackhawks. 2-1 after first for the Blackhawks, 3-2 after 2. And the Blackhawks just won this game. They are leading 3-1. And Rangers against Blue Jackets. So will Blue Jackets ties the series? It looks like it. They were leading 3-0, but they lost. They almost lost their lead, and they lost the game. So they blew their 3-goal lead, and that is very frustrating for them. They just allowed the second goal in game number 3 with 25 seconds left, and now they blew 3-0 lead. The Rangers weren't even a better team than they, but they lost their series due to their own mistake, so Rangers are moving to the conference finals. Blackhawks could go same way, and they did. They are moving to the Western Conference Finals, and Blue Jackets with Lightning. Paul Sederberry with 3 seconds left. Wow. But Palat scores, and it's 3-2. Lightning are leading this series, and they are very, very close. Let's see, game number 6. 1-0 Smith, 1-0 after 2, 4-1. So that was terrible game, boys. That's the only. Wow. Look at this, 4-0 San Jose Sharks, Dallas Stars, 4-1 Chicago, Minnesota, 4-1 New York Rangers, Columbus, 3-3, so the only game 7 in Boston. Let's see if they will be successful again. But let's look at this, Palat with the first shot on the net, but Chara ties the game, and we have 2 goals in the first minute. Interesting start of game number 7. It's 2-1 Jason Garrison. Wow, he spent last season in AHL. Wow. But it's 2-2 Mark Savard. 3-2 Tori Krug. Come on Tampa, let's play. Let's play. You can win this game, so let's tie this game. You can't be outshooted like that. And it's 3-3 attaboy Callahan with 2 seconds left. And power play, boys. Nothing. Oh, sad. 10 minutes left. 5 minutes left. And Panic! Richard Panic scores, but Lucic ties the game, and this is interesting game. Let's go Tampa. Power play. Oh, nothing. Please. Yes! Panic scores. Attaboy Rishko, attaboy Richard. They won 5-4 and they are moving to the Eastern Conference Finals. Wow. Impressive. Impressive. And actually this was 2015 Conference Finals. Rangers against Lightning. 1-0. Karl Hagelin. 2-1 after 3-2. So they won the first game, like in the real life in 2015. Blackhawks against Sharks. Morin. 2-1 and they won 5-1 against their former goalie who won the Stanley Cup with them, Niemi. Niemi won the Stanley Cup with Blackhawks in 2010. 1-0 Richards, 1-0 after 3-1, so they are leading 2-0. And it's very bad for Jumbo Joe and Patrick Marleau. But let's go Lightning. Sorry, didn't want to do that. 2-1 Rignesh, 4-2, wow, what an overcame in third period. They won this game 4-2 and they tied this series. Game number 3. Let's see. 1-0. Steven Stamkos, 2-2. They blew 2-goal lead and they lost in the overtime. Dominic Moore scores. Wow. San Jose Sharks against Chicago Blackhawks. 2-0 after 2-1. Blackhawks are on fire right now. Game number 4. They can clinch the final spot, but Patrick Marleau ties the game and Tommy Winkles in overtime scores and they survived and forced game 5. Let's see Lightning, let's tie this series. 1-1 after 2, 1-1 after 3. Oh wow, Hagelin scores in overtime and that's unfortunate, that's really bad. You need to step up and come back. 3-2 after 2. Attaboy Lightnings, 3-2 winning and they force game 6. Sharks against Blackhawks. Let's see, Smith scores. Is the only going after 2. And Verstick scores and they are going to do Stanley Cup Finals. And who will be their opponent? Whether it will be Tampa or Rangers. Game number 6 in Emily Arena. Let's see. 2-1 after first for Lightning, 2-1 after 2. And Lightning won this game and they are going back to New York. Let's see. In New York, game number 7. Lightning against Rangers. Let's go Lightning, let's go. Power play, but they survived and they strike on their own power play. Steven Stamkos. Who else? Who else can score? 1-0 after first. 2-0 JT Brown, attaboy. Power play. Oh wow, they didn't capitalize. 3-0 Matthew Carley, wrist shot and Derek Stepan cuts the lead. 3-1. After 2. Oh wow. Hagelin with 3 seconds left. That shouldn't happen, but Garrison scores 4-2 and it looks very good for Lightning. With 3 minutes left and Lightning, they overcame from 3-1 deficit to force game 7 and they just won. They are moving to the Stanley Cup Finals, so yes, we have Lightning against Blackhawks matchup, like in the real 2015. Unfortunately they lost, and look at this, 3-0 after first, 5-0 Blues. That one is terrible. Let's hope they will be better in game number 2. Let's go Lightning. 0-0 after first, 1-0 Rosival, 2-1. Need to score goals, Lightning. Need to score goals, Lightning. Only 1 goal in first 2 games and game number 3. Wow, Bickle, Taves, Johnson, so they score only 1 goal again. And game number 4, they are losing 3-0. 1-0, JT Brown, another boy. But Verstick ties the game and Sad scores, so in 4 games. Blackhawks won. Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup like in real 2015. They beat Tampa. In real life that was much more closer. And let's see the playoff 3. You see it here. You can watch the results of these playoffs. So in comparison with 2014, the first series against Ducks and Stars, inaccurate, the second inaccurate, the third one and fourth accurate, so it's 2-2 in matchup between inaccurate and accurate. Inaccurate, accurate, so it's 3-3, and Blackhawks didn't make the finals in 2014. I guess it's not that bad as in 2014, and look at playoff stats. 25 points, Steven Stamkos, 14 goals, wow. Keith, 21 points, St. Louis, 19 points, attaboy. Daves, 18, Kane, 18, Stepan, Sharp, Palat, and look at goalies. Corey Crawford, wow, what a performance. So that's all for this video. Thank you guys for attention, and we see you next time.